It is semifinal Friday night at the Stride Bank Center, the 100th annual Skelter Conference Basketball Tournament. The Garber Lady Wolverines and the Waukomis Lady Chiefs. And we're going to waste no time getting underway. Tom Nelson, Matt Adair with you for the first of 4 ball games. A couple of girls semifinal games coming up, a couple of boys games as well. And Garber is 12-3 on the season, ranked number 11 in Class A. Waukomis 13-3, ranked number 19 in Class A. Waukomis, the 2 seed, Garber, the 3 seed. This should be a fun one, Matt.
Certainly should be. In fact, these two teams have seen each other earlier in the year. You got to go back to the 2nd of January. Waukomis beats Garber in Waukomis 56-38. So a bit of a rematch in front of us.
Well, we've got our first turnover of the ball game before we even get a chance to talk about it. Just underway here, 10 seconds in. No score. Starting lineups, first of all for Waukomis, Tori Rhodes is a sophomore. Cambry Gilliland, a senior. Aaliyah Melson's a freshman. Lauren Q's a sophomore. And Kinsley Q is a junior. For Garber, it's Chloe Wilkerson. She's a junior. Senior Kaylee Island. Senior Layla Washington. Freshman Kaylin Bond. And senior Olivia Schmidt. Ball tipped out of bounds. Ryan Pierce makes the call. The official on the near base, on the near sideline. So Waukomis will trigger in on the near side. And still no score, 30 seconds in. And there's Waukomis's first turnover of the afternoon. Get a chance here to recap what happened earlier today and set the scene a little bit later on. We were having a little trouble getting on as Garber's crew was here with the game previous to this one. Now having some trouble getting our internet link up and running, but I think we are getting that set up as we go. Empty trip for Garber. Waukomis has it in the road uniforms, the blue with the white numbers trimmed in red. Right side, Kinsley Q will swing it out high and around the perimeter left wing to Gilliland. And into the corner now to Tori Rhodes. Back out high to Gilliland. Right wing, there's a three-pointer by Q. She didn't make a three-pointer yesterday, scored 12 points. But she's looking for long range early in this one. Back the other way, left side. Layla Washington misses a long 2. Offensive rebound, though. Chloe Wilkerson in the lane. She'll miss. And the rebound is corralled underneath by Melson. Really good freshman for Waukomis.
Both teams really just feeling each other out right now. It looks like a zone matchup for Garber, and Waukomis has been trying to push the pace a bit against it.
Second turnover, back the other way we go. Layla Washington to the hoop, no good. And the rebound cleared out of there. And pushing it back down the floor is a Melson. Slided it underneath to Tori Rhodes, who missed the shot. Now long pass down the floor, and Washington tries to chase it down. Layla Washington, I believe it was in this tournament a year ago when she was injured, had that knee injury. You see that brace on her left leg. She's one of the best players in the state. It's great to see her back as a senior.
Goes down as just the first Garber turnover so far.
Now we are 2 minutes in. Still no score. Into the half court. Gilliland has it. Off to Kinsey Q. Now a three-pointer right wing by Melson, which is no good. Rebound fought for and picked up on the baseline by Olivia Schmidt.
Third defensive rebound for the Lady Wolverines. Nobody on the scoreboard yet.
Still waiting. Washington near side to the baseline. Pulls up from 10. Short. Fight for the rebound underneath. Island had it for a moment. Over to Washington now. And they'll reset Olivia Schmidt. Right side to Chloe Wilkerson. Dumps it underneath. A missed shot by Island. And a follow shot is up and in. And one. Olivia Schmidt pounding the boards. And she'll have a chance for one more at the line.
First points overall. First points in the paint for Garber. Both of these teams really patient. We haven't seen anybody rush shots yet. They just haven't been falling.
Now Garber averages 55 points a game. They give up 32 a contest as the free throw missed. Waukomis scoring 53 a game, giving up 29. Waukomis can lock you down defensively. They've held 6 teams to 19 points or less this season. On the other hand, Garber can do it as well. They've held 3 teams under 13 points this year. That's some dirty, ugly defense, taking care of it. We're 3 minutes in, 2-0 Garber.
It's the third Waukomis turnover.
Long pass ahead to Chloe Wilkerson. She loses the ball. They'll give it right back.
Second turnover for the Lady Wolverines of Garber.
Waukomis got here. They handled Pioneer yesterday 71-19. And Garber, no trouble yesterday with Covington Douglas, won 55-13. This game should be a little more competitive. A couple of teams ranked in Class A. Ball kicked.
Garber down the road implications with these two ranked teams going at each other here in the Skelter tournament. By the way, 100th annual. That's impressive.
Go back to 1925. I wasn't around. I'm old, but not that old. I feel older with my knee all banged up the way it is.
This tournament is only 33 years older than the actual game of basketball, or is 33 years younger than the actual game of basketball.
That's right. We've got a timeout. 4:34 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Garber leads Waukomis 2-0, and you are watching the Skelter Conference Tournament, the 100th Skelter Conference Tournament on Skelter.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating.
Now, both these teams are hot coming into the tournament, as Garber's won 7 straight. Waukomis has won 8 of 9. Three-pointer left wing, no good by Layla Washington. Layla had 12 points in yesterday's big win over Covington Douglas. Down the floor near side, Cambry Gilliland will swing it out high and around the perimeter. Left wing to Rhodes. Slides the dribble out high between the rings, around the defender. And kicks it left side to Lauren Q. Halfway through the first quarter, Garber leads 2-0. In the lane to the basket, a little strong for Kinsey Q. Kinsley misses that shot. She had 12 yesterday, and here comes Garber.
Big difference I've seen so far has been the 3 offensive boards for Garber. No offensive rebounds for Waukomis yet.
Swing it out high to Washington. And she'll go left wing to an open Chloe Wilkerson, and she travels with the basketball.
Turnover battle tied up at 3 apiece now.
Yeah, Garber coming off of a win in the Cherokee tournament a couple of weeks ago. They hosted their own tournament back in December and were beaten in the championship game. They were knocked off by Cashion in the championship game, 44-37. Cashion, a top 10 ranked team in Class 2A. In the half court, Waukomis to the baseline, Melson, and she's fouled away from the basket. Which will be the first on Kaylee Island. It's her first. Sideline throw in to Tori Rhodes. Rhodes had 6 points last night, knocked down a couple of triples. On the right wing, Gilliland looks inside to Kinsley Q. Shot no good. Follow won't go, and the ball tapped out of bounds back to Garber. Waukomis has been doing quite well offensively the last couple of weeks, but boy, they're struggling to start this ball game.
You talked about the defense of both of these teams. It's on full display right here.
2-0. We're almost 5 minutes in. And another turnover. The pass across the lane is deflected away, and the 4th Garber turnover, and then a foul. Kaylin Bond will pick it up. It's her first. This Garber squad, Layla Washington's a senior, but Kaylee Allen a senior as well. They got some pretty good freshmen. Kaylin Bond's only a freshman. We'll see Maddie Adair a little later on. She's a freshman. And Melson called for the offensive foul.
Turnover number 5 for the Lady Wolverines. Or excuse me, for number 4 for Waukomis.
Matt Q, the head coach at Waukomis, has been there for a long time, and I know he likes what he has this year. This team is 13-3, and as you come to this week of the season, they begin to think about the postseason a little bit as the district pairings and will be coming out in the next week or so. They used to come out during the week of this tournament. I think they wait a week now, but got another turnover, the 5th for Garber. Winner will play in the championship game tomorrow night. Right side in the corner, Melson has it. Talked about Melson being a really good freshman, leads this team in scoring. Had 16 yesterday, and she averages 15 points a game. Take it back, 12 points a game. Close enough. Into the ball game for Garber is Nevaeh Fincher. She's a sophomore who scored 6 points yesterday.
Talked about the youth for Garber. They really play at a very high level for being a young team. Don't seem to be rattled by the pressure of a close game.
Open three, Gilliland misses. Rebound tracked down by Tori Rhodes, and a runner in the lane. Comes up short for Rhodes. Here comes Layla Washington down the near side of the floor. Layla's little 10-footer left side of the lane, up and in. And Garber on top now, 4-0. First basket we've had in about 5 minutes.
Since the 5:23 mark, you are dead on, sir.
All the way to the basket for the layup. Alea Melson gets Waukomis on the board. Cuts that lead in half to 4-2. 1:35 to play in the quarter.
Kind of wondered if it wouldn't be one of those games like a shaken soda can. Once the scoring starts, it may come in droves.
All of a sudden, they start making shots, and here we go. That happened in a couple of games yesterday I was here for. Out high left, Chloe Wilkerson has it top of the key against that 2-3 zone. Work it left side to Washington. Floats it underneath the post up, but it's a little too high for Olivia Schmidt. Here comes Waukomis. Head up dribble, hurrying into the half court is Tori Rhodes now with a minute to play in the first quarter. We had 6 total points in the first 7 minutes. Right elbow jumper a little strong for Kinsley Q. Washington with the rebound. And the ball stolen away from behind, but into the hands of Chloe Wilkerson. Wilkerson tried to dump underneath and throws it away. We've got a lot more turnovers than points in this one. Back the other way. Melson missed the shot. Rebound to Olivia Schmidt. Here comes Garber. They may decide to hold for one here. Jamie Davis on her feet. And arms crossed across the way. Skip the pass right side. Fincher skips it back to Washington. Jump stop, 15-footer up and in, and an and one. That's a nice shot by Layla Washington.
That was fantastic. In a well set up play, they pushed the ball to the far side, brought it back with a big skip pass, and an awaiting screen opened up Washington. Then, like you said, just pure concentration to knock down the contested jumper.
Cambry Gilliland picks up her second free throw. The free throw, or her foul, the free throw missed by Layla Washington. And it's a 6-2 start with 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rhodes one hands it right side to Gilliland down to the corner. Loose on the floor. Q in trouble. The ball out of bounds. And it will stay on that end. With 5.4 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Like the aggressiveness right there. Both teams getting on the floor on a ball that was most likely going to roll out of bounds off somebody.
Got to get a shot off. And the ball tipped, and they will not. Into the first quarter. Garber leads Waukomis 6-2. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the 100th Annual Skelter Conference Tournament on Squirtle.tv.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area.
Got a couple of Skelter Conference veterans for you here on the Squirtle crew today. Aaron Kerr, producer engineer, and Tyler Kerr on camera from Pond Creek Hunter High School. They've played on this floor a few times. Just underway in the second quarter, Garber leads Waukomis 6-2. In a low-scoring first quarter, a couple of defensive-minded teams are being very defensive-minded with more turnovers than points, and now another one. Right to the basket, up and in, and one opportunity. And that is Brentley Pendergast, who checked in at the quarter break.
It's a big play right there. That's the kind of momentum swing you need. Maybe get some things opened up for the Waukomis Lady Chiefs.
So Pendergast, the free throw line, and the free throw up and in. Pendergast, seven points yesterday. It's now a 6-5 ball game. Here come the Lady Chiefs. Wilkerson, nice look inside, off the window and in for Olivia Schmidt.
Garber very quickly with the answer.
Going back and looking at the list of champions in this tournament, the list of champions goes back to 1944. The tournament was going on 20 years before that. Hard to believe, but the last time Waukomis won this tournament was in 2016. The last time Garber won it, well, last year. Matter of fact, they've won it 7 years in a row. Free throws are coming for the Lady Wolverines. Cambry Gilliland just picked up her third foul. Kaylee Ondo beat the free throw line for 2. Yet to score in this ball game, had 4 points yesterday. And checking in for Gilliland will be Ava Malachik. Now, Malachik had a nice game yesterday off the bench. 11 points, knocked down 3 3-pointers.
It's the kind of spark you want coming off the bench for sure.
Exactly right. Island goes 1 for 2. Make it 9-5. So the 4-point lead for Garber. Right side, Malachik swings it out high. The ball stolen away. Another turnover.
Got that as number 5 for Waukomis. 7 for Garber so far. Real defensive matchup here. This zone for both teams really proving to be a bit impenetrable.
Washington loses the basketball. It's picked up on the left elbow by Olivia Schmidt. Garber keeps the possession. Try to work it inside to Layla Washington, and she's pushed from behind. Kinsley Q's going to pick that one up.
It's really good positioning by Washington. You talked about her being one of the top players in the state for Class A ball, and you could see it right there. That was just a very dominant post-up.
Quick hitter in the lane off the inbound pass. The 5-footer misses from Island. And on the rebound, a foul that will go against Olivia Schmidt. That'll be her first. That is team foul number 2 in the quarter. Keep in mind, high school basketball now. The fouls reset with each quarter, 5 to the bonus. It's a 2-shot foul. 2-shot bonus, no more 1-and-1s in high school basketball. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't mind resetting the fouls every quarter. I miss the 1-and-1. That's a big part of the ball game.
1-and-1 added some real strategy, especially down the stretch, end of a half, end of a game.
It did. I guess it could be worse. You could have been in the NBA back in the 70s when they had 3 to make 2 for a while on free throws. It's like, let's make the pros. Let's give them a bonus free throw if they can't make 2, huh?
Absolutely. Why not? Everyone knows those guys are terrible shooters.
Mandy Bell checks into the ball game for Garber. Inbound to Kinsley Q. Looking inside, a turnaround move by Melson is no good.
Got that as the 8th defensive rebound for the Lady Wolverines.
Right side on the wing, Mandy Bell has it. Touch pass out high by Island. Now a 3-pointer top of the key. Misses from Wilkerson. Follow shot rattles in. Kaylee Island. Her first field goal. She's got 3 points. And don't look now, but Garber has rolled off 5 straight. They lead 11-5. It was a bad pass that came right back into the hands of Tori Rhodes. And now down the lane, there's an and one. Ava Malachik. We saw her come off the bench yesterday and make a spark. She going back to the line as Olivia Schmidt picks up her second foul.
The first set of points for the Lady Chiefs came as a foul and an and one. We'll see if she can repeat.
Crawling off, no good. So 11-7, offensive rebound and a stick back. And that's Aaliyah Melson, the freshman, with her second field goal. She's got 4, and just like that, it's a one-possession game at 11-9.
Nice quick pickup right there.
Right side, Bell has it. She'll trigger a 3. It's short. And the rebound corralled by Q. And then the reach-in foul will go against a Garber.
A good battle for the ball right there. But again, Waukomis a little better position. That'll be team foul number 5 on Garber. So Lady Chiefs headed to the line again.
Mandy Bell picks up the foul. It's her first. So Kinsley Q at the free throw line for 2. She's a 60% free throw shooter on the season, knocks down the first. Scored 12 points in their win yesterday on 6 field goals, 2-point field goals. And she's 2 for 2 from the stripe, and we are tied. It's our first tie.
Well, Waukomis is getting it done from the foul line without a doubt. Garber been able to get some offensive boards and pound inside a bit more.
Yeah, 3 for 4 at the line for Garber, or for Waukomis so far. And now foul on the other end. Free throws coming for the Lady Wolverines.
This was a nice drive by Wilkerson. Just saw a little crease and then decided to try and go the distance. Thought she might get that one to go.
Malachek picks up the foul. It's her first. And at the free throw line is Chloe Wilkerson. Misses the first. And 1 for 2 for the junior. Her first points. She had 10 yesterday. And Garber back on top 12-11. Waukomis has never led in this game. They can score here. They could have their first lead, our first lead change of the afternoon. First of 4 semifinal games coming your way. Nice drop down to Kinsley Q on the left baseline, but she had her shot blocked. And Washington is fouled coming out of there with it. It'll go against Ava Malachek. Now she's got 2. So Gilliland picked up 3 fouls. Malachek came in to replace her, and she picks up a quick 2.
Washington's getting it done on every part of the floor so far. She scored with a jumper, had a handful of rebounds, and right there picks up a big one and draws a foul.
Washington holds left side, looks for Cutter, swings it back out high to Nevia Fincher. Right wing, that's Chloe Wilkerson. Over to Washington. To the baseline. Good they're going to go the offensive foul. Good defense right there by Malachek. Could have been dangerous too. Malachek was guarding her tight. That could have been Malachek's 3rd foul, but it'll go against Layla Washington offensively. It's her first. So we tick down past the halfway mark of the second quarter. It's a tight one. Garber with a 1-point lead. Trap in the corner. And a heads-up play by Melson to save it off of the Lady Wolverine out of bounds.
Good trap right there by Garber, though. Sent up well, executed well. Heads-up play to bank it off the knee of your opponent.
Trap the freshman. If she panics. She didn't that time. No, off the inbounds. Nice look to Kinsley Q. Her first field goal. She has 4 points. And look who's on top for the first time. 13-12 Waukomis, our first lead change. Happens with 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Washington pulls up from 8 and tickles the twine. She's got 6. So now we go back and forth, our second lead change. There's been some not so competitive games so far in this tournament. We'll take all the competitive games we can find, and so far so good in this one. Ball stolen away. Fincher comes up with it. And Chloe Wilkerson throws one off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound and a stick back. No good for Mandy Bell. And the ball out of bounds will stay on that end with Garber.
Couple of substitutions off of the Garber bench. They will refresh defensively or offensively.
Kaylin Bond and Olivia Schmidt back in there off the inbound. Shot missed by Washington. And the rebound cleared by Kinsley Q.
Kinsley Q has done a great job getting some rebounds as well on the defensive side.
Well, you want to win this ball game and be on the big stage tomorrow on Championship Saturday night. There's a three-pointer that's missed by Pendergraft. Here comes Washington. I mean, Garber's, they're used to being in the championship game every year. 6 straight championships. What's crazy is I've been around this tournament long enough, 20 years, as Pendergraft picks up the foul. It's her first. I've been around this tournament since about 2003, 2004. And I remember when Jamie Davis first took over back then as the head coach of the Lady Wolverines. They'd never won this tournament. And I remember when they won their first one, which if I refresh my memory, it would have been in 2004. They won it for the first time, the first of 3 consecutive years, 4, 5, and 6, where they won.
Proud program they've got out there in Garber and really experiencing some success the last couple of years, even with a young team.
I was telling that story right there. Who made those free throws?
Washington.
All right, thank you.
Got them both.
I got into telling the story and forgot there's a game going on out there. Ball out of bounds goes back to Waukomis. 2:02 to play. 16-13. Garber gave up the lead for a moment, had a couple of lead changes. Now they lead by 3. Waukomis with the basketball. Right side. David Malachik out high now. Ridley Pendergraft to work it to the baseline left. There's Kinsley Q. Pendergraft left side inside the Q. Three-pointer on the right wing by Malachik, and she knocks down another 3. She had 3 of them yesterday. She's got 5 points all here in the quarter coming off of the bench, and we are tied at 16.
I think that's our first tray of the game as well.
And our second tie. We were tied at 11, now tied at 16. Underneath Washington, nice feed. She's in double figures already with 10.
Just such a presence out there. She puts herself in the right position offensively and defensively. You just got to appreciate the way she sees the floor.
Short corner jumper right side, short for Melson. And Washington dribbles the ball off her foot, the uncontested, unforced turnover.
It's the 10th turnover in the game for for Garber. Just 5 for Waukomis.
So for a long time, we had more turnovers than points, so we've got that in our rearview mirror at least. Little bump out on the right wing, no whistle. The ball out of bounds stays with Waukomis.
Quick hands of Kaylin Bond right there, able to reach in and poke it away.
Final 50 ticks of the first half. Bad telegraph pass stolen away by Layla Washington, and Washington on the other end is pushed from behind, and she goes flying into the basket stanchion. She's up and okay. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
You have to love the way that Layla Washington plays the game. She just completely sold herself to treat the best angle possible on that shot while drawing the contact.
Lauren Q picked up the foul. It's her first, so Washington back to the free throw line. She's 2 for 3 at the stripe. And she misses the first. Nevaeh Fincher back into the ball game for the Lady Wolverines. Garber 2-2 against ranked teams this season. Waukomis is 2-3 against ranked teams this season. And Washington misses both, and now a foul means free throws coming for Waukomis as Fincher just checked into the game and gets booked for her first foul.
Garber winning the free throw competition so far. They have shot 8 from the charity stripe. This will just be number 5 for Waukomis.
They have made 4 of those 5, and Lauren Q shoots free throws for the first time. She misses, and I'll let you know Lauren Q at the free throw line is pretty good, 71% on the season. So you can't blame me for jinxing her. I didn't say that until after she missed.
It's only a radio jinx. I don't know if it works on Squirtle.
Oh, take my word for it, it does. Second free throw up and in. 1 for 2 for Q, 18-17. Tom Nelson, Matt Adair with you at the Stride Bank Center in downtown Enid, the 100th annual Skelter Conference basketball tournament. I believe it's the longest running tournament in Oklahoma and one of the longest running tournaments in the country. So now Waukomis could hold for one and take a lead into the locker room. They won't do that, though, and an offensive foul. Ava Malachik gets a little aggressive, and she picks up her third. So you've got Two Lady Chiefs now with 3 fouls, Gilliland and Malachek. And Malachek will check out of the contest. 19 seconds to play in the first half. Garber with a 1-point lead in the basketball. Pass, tipped and stolen away. And then Brindley Pendergraft is fouled. She makes the nice defensive play. Now she'll go to the line.
Well, not exactly what you'd want from Garber if you're Mandy Bell. It's frustrating to give that up, but then really kind of a combination of a hustle, frustration foul on the backside.
Pendergraft free throw up and in. She's now 2 for 2 at the line. And she has 4 points. .52% free throw shooter makes 2. So Waukomis on top 19-18 now. And at the buzzer, good defense by Waukomis as Washington tumbles the floor. No whistle. Great game. Waukomis leads Garber 19-18. We'll take a break. Second half is just around the corner. And you're watching the 100th annual Skelter Conference Tournament on Scortal.tv.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Scortal.tv. Find out more at Scortal.com/stream.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
It all starts with a dream. Somewhere, someone had a dream. Once a dream is recognized, you need a good team to make it come true. For 70 years, it's been our dream to make your dreams come true. For 70 years, Pioneer has sponsored local teams, local schools, local families. For 70 years, we've put in the work to be prepared every day to help you dream big. Connecting what matters, connecting you to your dream.
Enid Brewing Company, the grain to glass concept located in the heart of downtown Enid. We are a family-friendly establishment with a variety of local Oklahoma craft beer, wine, and cocktails. We can't wait to host your next happy hour, family gathering, or cater your next big event. Come visit us at Enid Brewing Company on the southwest corner of the square or at 580-297-5214.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with Hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Tom Nelson, Matt Adair back with you at the Stride Bank Center in downtown Enid. Halftime, our first semifinal on semifinal Friday night, and the Garber Lady Wolverines trailing the Waukomis Lady Chiefs 19-18. The way this first half played out early on, it was all Garber. Jumped out in a very low-scoring first quarter, 6-2 at the end of the first 8 minutes, but scored the next 5 straight points coming out of the quarter break. Actually, Waukomis scored to make it 6-5, and then Garber scored 5 straight, opened their lead up to 11-5, but 6 in a row by Waukomis, tied the ballgame up for the first time at 11. We had 3 lead changes and 3 ties, and Waukomis scored right before the end of the first half and takes a 19-18 lead. Scoring in the ballgame for Garber, led by Layla Washington. She has 10 points. Kaylee Island with 3, Olivia Schmidt with 4 points, and Chloe Wilkerson with 1. For Waukomis, led in the first half by Brindley Pendergraft off the bench, and also Ava Malajic off the bench, 5 points apiece. Alea Melson and Kinsley Q with 4 points, and Lauren Q with 1. Low scoring, tight ball game, lots of defense, not a work of art, but very competitive.
Certainly was. It was a 17-12 second quarter for Waukomis to give them that 1-point advantage. Garber turned the ball over 11 times in the first half, just 8 turnovers for the Lady Chiefs. Waukomis was 66% from the free throw line, Garber 50%, and we're back underway.
And Kinsley Q finds the bottom of the bucket. Biggest lead of the ball game for Waukomis now, 21-18. Work it to the big girl inside and let her go to work. Right side, Kaylin Bond. Left wing now to Chloe Wilkerson. A runner from 8 is no good. Rebound controlled on the baseline by Kinsley Q. Here comes Waukomis, a chance to add to their lead. And on the right wing, Tori Rhodes swings it back out high, now finding Cambry Gilliland, who sat for a lot of that first half with 3 fouls. Right side to Rhodes. And out of the wing right to Gilliland. Working to the baseline to Q. She'll dribble to the wing, now throw it away. And the head-up dribble across the timeline by Layla Washington. She runs the show. She'll hand it off to Wilkerson now. Minute and 10 seconds into the second half, Waukomis leads Garber 21-18. Washington inside with a nice move. 21-20. Off the screen, right side, Tori Rhodes cut off on the wing, picks up her dribble. Swings it back out high to Lauren Q. Left side to Cambry Gilliland, and now to Q again. Right side on the wing. The baseline. Nice drop off from Rhodes to Kinsley Q. Q has 8.
Really good little 2-man game there from Rhodes as she penetrated to the corner, drew the defense with her, and makes that over-the-top pass inside. That was really well executed offense.
Near corner, Wilkerson. Nice look inside. Kaylee Island, and she scores her second field goal. She's got 5.
1-point game, 23-22. Waukomis on top, and back-to-back times now we've seen Garber go down the floor and score inside.
Empty trip for the Lady Chiefs right there. We talked about the fact this is the second matchup this season. Back on the 2nd of January, it was a win for Waukomis by 18, 56-38. This game's been much tighter. Washington, top of the key, finding Wilkerson. Now left corner, that's Olivia Schmidt holding. Skip the pass right side to Island. Float it underneath the Washington. She gathers. A little too far under the basket off the bottom of the backboard. And Waukomis has it. Just too far underneath, did not get a good look.
Would have been the third set for Garber where they scored right beneath the bucket. Waukomis is going to have to find an answer because those are pretty consistent shots, especially for Washington.
Free throw line. Q off the back iron. Offensive rebound, and there's Rhodes getting inside and scoring. Tori Rhodes' first basket. We talked earlier about how you knew her from when she was younger, played on one of your teams how aggressive she could be.
Certainly is. She was a lot of times in that summer league that she played in, the spark that starts the fire, if you will. She does a lot for this Waukomis team. Doesn't always show up on the scoreboard, but her presence is definitely known.
Inside, Island turns, draws contact. She'll go to the free throw line.
I say that like Tori Rhodes isn't a scorer. That's not what I imply or meant to imply there. Just so much of what she does on the floor isn't points. She does a lot for this team.
So Island with the free throw up and in. And I can tell you here, Tori Rhodes, she is scoring 5 points a game, so you're not necessarily wrong. 2 for 2 at the line. So 25-24. We got a good ball game, 1 point game.
Hard to imagine either one of these teams running out to an 18-point lead against the other with the defense being played today.
High-low inside to Lauren Q, and she's fouled. Take it back out to Leah Melson. Number 30 instead of 33. It's Melson going to the free throw line for the first time. And we haven't really had a chance to talk much about Melson here tonight. She's their leading scorer, averaging 12 points a game. She's only a freshman. And at the free throw line, she is a 44% free throw shooter as she makes the first. For point number 5, had 16 last night in that big win over Pioneer. And rolls off of there, no good. So 26-24. Halfway through the third quarter. Inside Washington, nice move. Layla scores. 14 for the senior.
Well, she is having a ball game without a doubt, and I love it that it's all been controlled. She's very selective with her shots, typically does the ones that she knows she can hit, which is a ton of them.
We are tied for the 4th time. Layla Washington just picked up her 3rd foul. So now to the free throw line, Melson goes right back there. She was 1 for 2 there a moment ago. Knocks down the first, which puts Waukomis back on top, 27-26. We were just tied for the 4th time. And 2 for 2 made it look easy that time. 28-26.
Run sheet shows this to be two good teams trading punches right now.
High post Washington tried to get it to Island underneath and threw it away.
Much better job that time of Waukomis defending the lob. That's burned them a couple of times, and now you saw them really try and get some pressure, keep that big girl up the floor.
Gilliland between the rings. High post to Kinsley Q. Another ball knocked away. Q was able to recover. Now ball loose on the floor, and timeout called by Garber to keep the possession. Good hustle and a head-up play to call that timeout. 3:07 to play in the third quarter. Waukomis leads Garber 28-26. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Skelter Conference Tournament on Scortle.tv.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashin, Guthrie, Luther, and all the
3 minutes to play in the third quarter. 28-26. Waukomis leads Garber by 2 in the semis. A three-pointer missing in the far corner by Fincher. Offensive rebound by Washington. Now it's loose on the floor. Not on the wing. We've got a tie-up. The arrow keeps it on this end with Garber.
Garber led Waukomis in offensive boards in the first half as well. They picked up 4 to Waukomis' 2. That's the first offensive rebound of the second half. And it goes to the Lady Wolverines as well.
So the baseline right throw in coming for Chloe Wilkerson. Out on the right wing, Fincher into the corner. Open three for Wilkerson. Misses. Rebound by Q. She stepped on the baseline, I believe. Yes, she did.
Third Waukomis turnover of the second half. Garber really trying to work their outside sets right now. We've seen 2 3-pointers from the corners, or 2 from one side and 1 from the other, so 3 3-pointers altogether.
Now foul on the baseline called on Kinsley Q. That's her second personal foul, team foul number 2. So
Kinsley Q, a big piece of the Waukomis offensive attack. Want to keep her out of foul trouble if you can.
Off the inbound, Fincher misses the shot off the glass, and Waukomis clears the rebound.
Their third defensive board of half number 2.
Into the half court. Rhodes has it. Picks up her dribble. High post Kinsley Q. Right side, there's a 3 on the wing. In and out for Pendergraft, who is looking for her first 3-point make of the afternoon. So Waukomis, an empty trip. And here comes Garber, a chance to tie with the 2, take a lead with a 3. Boy, a nice look from Fincher underneath to a cutting Kaylee Island, and Island couldn't control the ball out of bounds.
Got that as just the first Garber turnover here in the third quarter.
Now officials will stop play. Olivia Schmidt will check into the game for Garber. Matt Q and Jamie Davis have been doing it at their respective schools for a while. They've had a lot of success. Wouldn't know what to think if Waukomis didn't have Coach Q and if Jamie Davis wasn't at Garber.
Good rebound right there, run down by Garber, their 4th defensive board here in quarter number 3.
Minute 45 to play in the third quarter.
Looks like that stoppage earlier was Washington getting taped up, maybe had a little bit of blood on her knee.
Ah, there you go. Boy, they've got some looks from 3. They're not taking them. Waukomis is letting them, staying back on them a little bit, but they're not shooting them. They're not gonna bite. There's a runner in the lane. No good by Chloe Wilkerson. And in transition back the other way, Tori Rhodes all the way to the cup, and she had the ball blocked away from behind. Good defense. Getting back on D was Nevia Fincher.
Nevia timed that perfectly, took the second step of Tori Rhodes and got up way high to get a hand on that one.
Baseline right throw in. Out high, right into the hands of Mandy Bell. Now it's loose, and a reach in there will go against Waukomis. So compound the turnover with the foul. And then Cambry Gilliland just picked up her 4th foul.
That's a big one for the Waukomis Lady Chieftains. Gilliland, who missed so much time in the first half, picking up 3 fouls early, will now go back to the bench. We may not see her again till after the midway mark in the 4th.
Washington got a little bit of a blow. She's back into the ball game. Didn't miss much time, but didn't hurt them. Left elbow jumper from 15, wide open, but missed by Schmidt. And out of bounds, the ball will stay on this end with the Lady Wolverines. Coming up next, we've got boys action. Set for a 5:10 start, but we're running late. It's 5:15 already. 3-pointer on the right side, in and out. Chloe Wilkerson can't get it to go down. The follow won't go either. And the ball out of bounds should go back to Waukomis. But set for officially a 5:10 start. We're at 5:15, so we're way late. And it will be a good one. Covington, Douglas, and Pond Creek Hunter. PCH is undefeated this year at 15-0. And Covington Douglas with a nice win yesterday over Waukomis. And back to the girls' side later on for Dover and Pond Creek Hunter at 6:30. And then the final game of the night, Drummond and Dover. Inside, Kinsley Q having a big night. She's got 10. She's in double figures.
First points for either team since the 3:41 mark.
And a 2-possession lead, which seems huge in this ball game right now for Waukomis. Inside, Island draws the contact. Oh, they're going offensive. Offensive foul. Island.
I was going to say that'll be the second turnover for Garber, as Island probably going to head to the bench for a minute.
So 23 seconds to remain in the third quarter. Waukomis with the basketball. They've got their biggest lead of the ball game right now and a chance to add to it before we go to the 4th. Tried to find Q inside. The pass intercepted. Taken by Kaylin Bond. Ahead to Washington. Pull up left side of the lane, and it crawls in. And we will go to the 4th quarter. Good one. 30-28, Waukomis leads Garber. We'll take a break and be right back from the Stride Bank Center in Enid. You're watching the Skelter Conference Tournament on Scortal.tv.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Tom Nelson, Matt Adair, and the Pond Creek Hunter crew, the Kerr boys, Tyler and Aaron. And I've never asked this before, but they don't have the headphones on, but I wouldn't be surprised if your mom is at the bank up there with her computer on watching the game, just seeing how the camera work is. Oh, she might be here. She'll be here later. Pond Creek Hunter playing in the next game. But glad to have the Kerr brothers with us, making sure we stay on the air and get the picture to you. We're just along for the ride, Matt and I. So
Absolutely.
We're into the fourth quarter. 30-28 Waukomis by a deuce. They got the basketball inside to Kinsley Q in traffic. Oh, nice follow on the backside. That's a big rebound. And a stick back. That's Melson, big freshman.
Nelson has been quiet on the scoreboard today. A couple of free throws, but that play right there might be huge.
32-28, back to a 4-point lead, which seems like about 8 in this game.
Coming off a big quarter for Waukomis. Second time.
Hey, there's a big three-pointer by Nevaeh Fincher, knocks down the triple. And just like that, it's a 1-point game, 32-31.
Going to say that was the second quarter that Waukomis has won.
Yeah.
They were 11-10 over Garber in the third.
Q out high to Torrey Rhodes. Back to Kinsley Q through traffic off the window, a little strong, and the rebound cleared by Olivia Schmidt. So Garber can come down and grab the lead. 6:43 to play in the ball game. Washington, one hands it right side over to Nevaeh Fincher. Around the left wing to Olivia Schmidt and back out high. Right side, Fincher for three. Good! And who's heating up now? The Lady Wolverines are. Nevaeh Fincher back-to-back three-pointers.
6-point run for Garber. We talked about neither team really pulling the trigger from behind the arc, and then all of a sudden the Lady Wolverines catch fire.
Yeah, Nevaeh Fincher comes off that bench and goes bang, bang from three-point range. 8-foot jumper from the right side is no good for Melson. So Garber trailing by 4 a moment ago, now up 2 with the basketball, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter.
17 defensive boards in the game for Garber. They lead Waukomis by a fair margin in the rebounding category.
Washington into the lane, runner, no good, gets her own rebound, stick back up and in. Matt Q may need a timeout. 18 for Washington. And an 8-0 run here in the fourth quarter for Garber. Kinsley Q, the runner. It's up and in, and one opportunity. That's huge. Kinsley with 12, back to the free throw line. She was 2 for 2 at the line in the first quarter.
That is an exceptionally big play, especially for Kinsley Q. We've seen her miss the last 2 shots she took in the paint. And this time, a little more confidence and a head of steam. Even made that one through the contact.
Make it a 1-point game here as all of a sudden we're getting some points. Free throw missed, 36-34. I believe Waukomis will get the ball back as the rebound was taken by Schmidt and she loses it out of bounds.
Call that a team offensive board for Waukomis there. That'll be their first offensive rebound of the second half.
Baseline right throw in for Rhodes. She nearly throws it away, saved by Kinsley Q. Right back to Rhodes, who is able to hand it off to Melson, and Melson scored. That's the way they drew it up, I'm sure.
That was every bit how they intended that one to work. But heads-up play from Tori Rhodes right there. That's a quick pass, and she only saw that with her peripheral vision. Teammate cutting to the bucket. They just know each other well.
So we are tied, and there's an answer for Washington. She's got 20 now. 38-36. This has been a very entertaining ball game. Hasn't been real pretty. Most defensive struggles aren't, but it's been very competitive and going down to the end. There's a long three-pointer knocked down from the top of the key by Cambry Gilliland. Her first field goal of the ball game. Waukomis goes back on top 39-38, and we've got a timeout. 4:44 to play. Winner moves on to the finals of the 100th annual Skelter Conference Tournament. We'll show it to you when we come back here on Squirtle.tv.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Tom Nelson, Matt Adair back with you at the Stride Bank Center. I've got to give Matt a lot of credit. He's seen enough high school basketball this year already. Here he is, not watching his own kids.
Down here at the Skelter tournament. I could miss the century mark. Are you kidding me?
That's exactly right. There's a three-pointer by Fincher. She went 3 for 3. 3-6-9 in the quarter for Nevaeh Fincher.
That is incredible. Just the heat that could come from behind the arc all of a sudden.
2 ties and 3 lead changes here in the fourth quarter, and a turnover. Here comes Garber on the run. Back to the basket and up and in for Chloe Wilkerson, her first field goal. 43-39, 4 minutes to play. Buckle up, folks. Here we go. Don't touch that dial or whatever you're doing with your computer.
It's a 5-2 run going into that timeout for Waukomis. Now a 5-0 run for Garber coming out of it.
Open three-pointer, bang, for Cambry Gilliland. Couple of triples for her in the fourth quarter. What the heck has happened here?
Both teams were really selective about the shots they took behind the arc early. Nobody really getting just crazy with firing them up, and now all of a sudden both teams have caught absolute fire.
Jamie Davis calls a timeout. 3:33 to play. Garber 43, Waukomis 42. Let's pay a bill or two. You're watching it on Squirtle.tv.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We are making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We talked about how points were at a premium in the first 3 quarters. We're on an NBA pace in the fourth quarter as Garber's outscored Waukomis 15-12 in the first 4.5 minutes. And they lead 43-42. They want to add to that lead right here. Washington to the baseline. Shot up and in. Layla Washington, 22 for her. 6 in the quarter.
She did so good right there, too. The concentration on that jump shot as she goes baseline, pulls herself up into perfect position and just eyes it all the way through.
Pendergraft out high, hands off to Rhodes. Plays catch out high right with Gilliland. They don't want Gilliland to get free. She's knocked down a couple of three-pointers here in the fourth quarter. And now ball was poked away by Island, and then a foul on Kinsley Q.
7th turnover of the second half for Waukomis, only 2 for the Lady Wolverines, and that's been a little bit of the difference with Garber staying so hot right now.
Kinsley Q picks up her 3rd foul. Keep in mind that Gilliland is out there with 4 fouls for Waukomis. 2:44 to play. Garber hanging on to a 3-point lead with the basketball. There's a runner. Shot no good by Wilkerson. Offensive rebound. Nope. The rebound pulled down by Nelson inside. And Waukomis will have the basketball. They're down 3. Here in the fourth quarter, we've had 3 lead changes and 2 ties. And Garber hanging on by 3 right now. Plenty of time. Waukomis doesn't need to find a desperation 3. They could plenty of time. They'll look inside to Q, and Q scores. Good play. Kinsley with 14.
Brings her team within 1, and again, Kinsley Q really a wrecking ball down there in the paint. So good when she gets the ball in her hands.
Washington missed the 15-footer and a great position and rebound for Gilliland. 2 minutes to play. Waukomis with the ball down 1. Moving on to the championship game for the winner. The loser plays for 3rd place tomorrow afternoon. You want to be in the championship game with a century mark for this great tournament. Short corner jumper, left side, good. Brynlee Pendergraft has 7.
And Waukomis retakes the lead, 46-45. This one's going to come down to it.
1:25 to go. Now Garber playing from behind. This has been tight all the way. I think the biggest lead, maybe 4 or 5 points. Foul on the baseline, and it's just team foul number 3. So neither team in the bonus.
Tori Rhodes picked that one up. I think just her first.
Yep, I got her for 1. Inbound, give and go right back underneath. Shot missing. Offensive rebound, open 3. Bang! That's Chloe Wilkerson knocking down her first triple of the night.
Great inside-out play right there from Garber, too. Good awareness after the missed baseline shot to go outside and let Wilkerson knock down the tray.
Under a minute to play now, 50 seconds. It's a 2-point lead for Garber. For the tie, right side. Free throws are coming for Tori Rhodes.
Sophomore not afraid of the moment as she dribble drives right there and draws the foul.
So Rhodes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. She's a 38% free throw shooter. Better from the field than from the free throw line, but she makes the first. Second one coming for the tie. And she misses, 48-47. 42 seconds to play. Garber with the lead and the ball. Waukomis can play defense for about 20 seconds here before they need to think about fouling, although they only have 2 team fouls. They've got to get them in the bonus. They might want to burn one right here. Go for a steal. Be very aggressive right here. 25 seconds. Need to be aggressive. You got fouls to give. 20 seconds to play. They're playing keep away. Waukomis, you got a foul. They finally do. That's only team foul number 3.
Maybe burnt too much time right there. Oh. Credit to the Garber Lady Wolverines, though. You talk about taking control of the game in those final seconds. That was very disciplined basketball.
15 seconds to play. Waukomis still needs to commit 2 fouls to get Garber into the bonus and to the free throw line. And we'll just go ahead and keep this one right here. Tom Nelson, Matt Adair, glad to be with you from the Stride Bank Center in downtown Enid. If you are just joining us and haven't been paying attention, let's go back and recap the day at the Skelter Conference Tournament. Our first game of the day was this morning at 10:30, and it was a win for Covington Douglas's Lady Wildcats over Pioneer 36-31. First boys consolation game at 11:50. Good ball game. Pioneer over Waukomis 54-50. At 1:10 on the girls' side, Drummond, no trouble with Cimarron, 65-21. And then Garber, no trouble with Cimarron in the boys' game, 83-30. That game was 70-7 at the half. 83-30 your final. And we're into the first semifinal, first of four. Coming up after this, boys action, Covington, Douglas, and Pond Creek Hunter. A little later on at 6:30, or we're running late, but that's what it says in the program. Dover and Pond Creek Hunter. Final game of the night. Number 1 seed Drummond takes on a really pretty darn good Dover team. We'll have them all for you here on Squirtle.tv. 15 seconds to go. Inbound to Washington. Underneath, the wide open look, and the shot was missed by Fincher. Offensive rebound, though. Washington going to the free throw line, but boy, precious seconds ticked off that clock.
Certainly did. 5th big offensive rebound for Garber right there. And, of course, none other than Washington coming up with it. She is already in double figures, 20-plus points on the day, and a chance to really ice it for her team from the line.
Well, no matter what happens here, though, as Washington makes the first, even if she makes here, it's still a 3-point game. A 3 could send us to overtime. 9.7 seconds to go. Washington with 23. Big free throw right here to determine what strategy will be for Waukomis. She makes it. They've got to have the triple.
Got my eyes on Cambry Gilliland right now. She was hot from behind the arc earlier, and Waukomis will take the timeout.
6.4 seconds to play. A quick 30-second break is coming your way. You're watching it on Squirtle.tv.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
6.4 seconds to play. Tom Nelson, Matt Adair with you at the Stride Bank Center. Our first semifinal game of the 2024 tournament has been a dandy. And Waukomis will have the ball down 3 with 6.4 seconds to play. They've got it in the half court. And you mentioned it before the break. Cambry Gilliland, a couple of three-pointers here in the fourth quarter. Brinley Pendergast, she can knock down 3 for you, too. Ava Malachek, let's see if she's in there. They're going to put their shooters in there, but Malachek not in there. She knocked down 3 yesterday and had a three-pointer earlier in this one. It's going to be the two Qs, Cambry Gilliland, Tori Rhodes, and Melson. On the inbound, Gilliland, deep three-pointer for the tie, short. Rebound pulled down by Island, and that'll do it. Garber's moving on, and they are still alive to win the Skelter Conference Championship, Tournament Championship for the 7th year in a row. 50-47 the final. Great ball game.
Certainly was. That one was exciting all the way down to the wire and back and forth. A seesaw battle that showed off both of these teams' incredible defenses. And when push came to shove, both of their incredible offenses as well. Definitely a matchup worthy of 2 ranked teams in Class A basketball.
We'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back with the wrap-up of this one, and we'll set the scene for the next one as we have boys action coming your way as the Skelter tournament rolls on Squirtle.